Joe Rogan and Francis Ngannou predict Khamzat versus Paulo Costa. Joe Rogan and Francis Ngannou recently had a sit-down on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, and they got into some pretty interesting conversations. But I must say, one of the moments that caught my attention most was their prediction of Khamzat versus Paulo Costa. This matchup was recently finalized, and it has the MMA industry shook. People have been waiting for Khamzat to enter the octagon for a few months now. The man has surely made a name for himself in the UFC, and he seems to have many fans all across the world. But surprisingly enough, Francis Ngannou doesn't seem to be one of them. Francis Ngannou had a lot to say about Khamzat Chimaev, and his reaction shocked many people. We all know that Paulo Costa is an MMA legend, but you can't deny Khamzat's greatness. Joe Rogan personally thinks the matchup is pretty interesting and is excited to see them at UFC 294. But Francis Ngannou, on the other hand, truly doesn't seem impressed at all. We all know that Francis Ngannou isn't a fan of the UFC, but that has nothing to do with this. He truly thinks Khamzat Chimaev is not a good fighter, and it's actually interesting to hear what he has to say. The man truly disrespects Khamzat, and it's crazy to see. All I know is Khamzat Chimaev isn't happy about Francis's recent statement, and you're about to know exactly what I mean. There's a lot to get into with all that's going on in the UFC, but today we'll mainly be sticking to Joe Rogan and Francis Ngannou predict Khamzat versus Costa, because this reaction is going viral all over the internet. Nobody expected Francis to be so honest about Khamzat. Like I said, there is a lot to get into today, so be sure to stick around and watch this video until the end as we get into things one detail at a time. Trust me when I say you won't want to miss a thing. Thanks for stopping by today and visiting us at Warrior Report. We post daily UFC updates and news that you really should know about if you're a fan. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword UFC to enter our giveaway. Now, let's jump into this video and take a closer look at Joe Rogan and Francis Ngannou predict Khamzat versus Costa. Francis Ngannou, famously known as the Predator, is a Cameroonian-born mixed martial artist who has taken the UFC by storm with his remarkable power and agility. His path to becoming one of the most feared heavyweights in the sport is a story of perseverance, determination, and a desire for a better life. Francis Ngannou was born on September 5, 1986 in Bati, a small village in Cameroon. His childhood was marked by poverty and hardship. Growing up in a humble family, Ngannou often lacked basic necessities, and he had to work as a sand miner to make ends meet. Despite the challenges, he dreamed of a better life and sought opportunities beyond his village. Ngannou's journey to the UFC began when he decided to leave Cameroon in pursuit of his MMA dreams. In 2013, he embarked on a perilous journey, crossing the Sahara Desert and Mediterranean Sea to reach Europe. His ultimate destination was Paris, France, where he hoped to find a gym and pursue a career in mixed martial arts. In France, Ngannou found his way to the MMA Factory Gym, where he began training under coach Fernand Lopez. His athleticism and raw power quickly caught the attention of his trainers, who recognized his immense potential. Ngannou's relentless work ethic and rapid improvement led to his professional MMA debut in 2013. Ngannou's ascent through the MMA ranks as swift and impressive. His incredible knockout power combined with his imposing physique made him a feared opponent in the heavyweight division. In 2015, he signed with the UFC, where he showcased his dominance. Khamzat Chimaev, born on May 1, 1994 in Russia, is another promising talent in the UFC with an inspiring backstory. Chimaev's early life was marked by challenges, including growing up in a war-torn city. His family moved to Sweden when he was a child, seeking refuge from the conflict. Despite the difficult circumstances, Chimaev discovered a passion for wrestling and martial arts at a young age. Chimaev's journey to the UFC was a testament to his dedication to the sport. He began training in MMA while working various jobs to support himself. His talent was evident, and he quickly made a name for himself on the European MMA circuit. In 2020, Chimaev signed with the UFC, and his debut fight in the organization was nothing short of spectacular. He became known for his dominant performances and record-setting victories, earning a reputation as a future star. Paulo Costa, born on April 21, 1991, in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, is a Brazilian mixed martial artist who has made a significant impact in the UFC middleweight division. Costa's upbringing was in Brazil, a country known for producing top MMA talent. He began training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at a young age and later transitioned to mixed martial arts. Paulo Costa's path to the UFC involved competing in various Brazilian promotions, where he showcased his striking prowess and aggressive fighting style. His performances in the octagon earned him a shot at the UFC, where he made his debut in March 2017. Costa quickly became known for his knockout power and ferocious striking, earning him the nickname Erasers. He climbed the middleweight rankings and earned a title shot against Israel Adesanya, showcasing his journey from a Brazilian prospect to a top UFC contender. Francis Ngannou, Khamzat Chimaev, and Paulo Costa all have unique stories of rising from humble beginnings to becoming prominent figures in the UFC. Their journeys are a testament to their dedication, perseverance, and the global nature of the sport, where talent can emerge from diverse backgrounds and make a lasting impact on the world of mixed martial arts. Be sure to subscribe for more UFC content. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time at Warrior Report.